Hello and welcome to the 166th installment of the Synapse Misfire Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, joined by our other host, Jordan.
That's me, baby.
That's him. Jordan,
What?
where do we put this fucking thing?
You're going to find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and, as always, YouTube video platform. Spotify also has a video platform. You can contact us via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send us your comments, questions, concerns, and most importantly, death threats and little kitty, Bid City, news, hype, merch, photos of the cat, toe pits of the cat.
Toe pics of
Toe
the cat.
pits, dude. Little beans, bro. And Instagram, TikTok, you can find us there sometimes. Maybe not.
Yeah.
And you can find me in a Dunkin' parking lot somewhere.
Any Dunkin' parking lot, actually. It's a rare encounter.
Yeah.
If you show up
I'm a little blip on your map.
If you show up to any parking lot of any Dunkin' Donuts and you put 4 Spider-Man candles on each corner of the parking lot and you light them and then you draw a pentagram in the middle of the parking lot, Jordan will spawn.
Yeah.
And he is a hostile boss encounter.
I'm a fucking hidden boss, yeah.
Yeah, he's a boss encounter. You need to defeat him to 100% the game. He is a very tough boss encounter though, because he just has a gun. He'll just shoot you to death.
Yeah.
Because he's always got his gun on him. Obviously.
You should just see me, bro. I'm just taking shits, just strapped up, AK-47 on the back. Just
I always keep a little mini gun on my hip, a rocket launcher in my back.
I got the GTA inventory going on.
Yeah, I got like Payday 2 inventory. I keep a comically large spoon in a duffel bag. I wear body armor everywhere.
Yep.
That's what this is. I'm not fat. It's just body armor.
Dude,
actually.
you take that off, you're actually fucking chiseled. You're like Dwayne Johnson, bro.
That would be the craziest reveal, I think. It's just like I just like went zoop, and I just stepped out of a fat suit and I was fucking built.
Yeah, like that would be crazy.
Like built.
That would be fucking crazy. Now, Chris, we have some stuff planned for the intro, but I'm going to jump ahead just quick to get something out of the way because it kind of got leaked beforehand. It got leaked. It was supposed to be a total surprise, and it still technically is. It's also not finished and or real at the moment, but I'm getting a tattoo.
Oh, that's nice.
So, obviously, as we know, Oscar passed away. So, I got all his nose print and his paw print. So, I'm actually getting this tattoo. This is a temporary one at the moment just to try it out.
Right.
Saved me a ton of money, by the way, because I was looking at a website that makes them for you. It was $24 each for a 4x4 like card. Letsy found, I'll give her full credit, found paper. You print in an inkjet printer. And it acts like a little kid's temporary tattoo.
Oh,
so I was able to try it before I buy it.
Is right
yeah,
now?
This is just basically like a sticker. It's very hard to come off.
I thought it was just like marker.
No, that's why there's like a lot of detail missing in like the finer details, just because it's a printer. But it gets the placement down. I tried it on my chest, tried it on my shoulder. I think my wrist is my favorite place to have it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll put some B-roll on screen of what it looks like in case you're a video listener. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going with. So we'll try it out.
Yeah, we'll put some B-roll in case you're a listener, so then you still won't be able to see it.
I said video listener, man.
Oh, my fault.
I went in case you're an audio video.
my listening comprehension.
You're not a listener, you fucking bitch.
Well, I'm deaf in both ears, so.
How are you talking to me right now? How are you speaking to me?
I wish I knew sign language.
I think I want to learn someday.
I conceptually, this is kind of fucked up, but I in my head came up with this bit because I don't like interacting with people very often.
Oh, I know where this is going.
So one of the bits I wanted to do was like get decent, know like a little bit of sign language, and be able to do it decently well. And so that I could sign the words, I'm mute and deaf. And so I could avoid talking to people. But I feel like that one would come unraveled real quick. Because I would say something. I'd be like, I would sign like, I'm mute. And they'd be like, they would say something. And I would go, fuck you. Fuck you, dude.
I'm deaf and mute, and then your phone rings. You're like, yo, what's up, Jordan?
Hello?
Oh, we're still doing the podcast? Like, this fucking guy has a podcast and he's deaf and mute?
That was one of the bits I wanted to do. I never committed to that. There's a few bits I wanted to do and never committed to. I wanted to do that. I wanted to get really good at doing like an auctioneer's call.
Yep.
Turns out it's a lot more difficult than I thought.
Oh, I'm sure.
So, like, there's whole classes you got to do or you can do to like learn how to do it.
Right.
And I wanted to get really good at it because I thought it would be funny to just pull it out one day. But I never. I might still do that one. I think it might be funny.
Chris, he loves just whipping it out in public.
Yeah, anywhere.
Especially in school zones.
Okay, I'm glad you said it because I was like, I'm not going to continue that joke. But
Someone had to.
But I wanted to. I was considering. I still kind of am considering getting a tattoo at some point. I'm not huge on the idea of tattoos because I don't like permanent. I don't like the thought of permanently altering my body seems kind of scary.
Yeah, I'm not. I've literally. I would consider I've been like anti-tattoo for years, and then finally something happened that I think is worthwhile enough to get something small. Like I literally joked about the idea of getting like his whole fucking face on my chest, like full color detail.
Get it, and then have your nipple be his nose.
Oh my god, his little tongue. But I also was thinking I saw this a long time ago on Reddit, and I was like, this could be cool too. But people get a lot of the Red Dead cores on their chest, like the health core.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
I was like, maybe I'd do something like that because again, it's small, it's out of sight.
I was considering for a while. This was before I could get a tattoo without parental consent. I was considering getting like the Witcher medallion. Right
that would actually be dope.
And I thought that would be cool, but now I probably wouldn't do that. I was thinking, and I've been thinking about it for a while of getting like a Run the Jewels like fist and gun tattoo at some point, like on my wrist in here. But I also don't want that to affect anything. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what our boss said. He has a tattoo. Well, my boss now, but he has a tattoo, and it's on his chest. And he was saying he would never get one on his arms just for that simple
That's
reason.
why, because I think like getting one here like that is pretty tasteful, and I don't think that'll come up. But like, having something like from an artist or something like that, I feel like in here I would probably get it on my shoulder or something.
Yeah, I also thought about it with this too. Like, I thought about it a lot because I thought the exact same thing. I'm like, even though it's tasteful, like some people just don't like tattoos. Like instantly, that's like a nope. But like I thought about it, I was like, how often do I go for job interviews in a t-shirt, right? And like, what's the worst that happens? Like you have a long sleeve, say button-up shirt, they don't even see it unless you flash it and like show the tattoo, right? And then like if you're hired, like they can't really fire you for that.
Yeah, like most places, unless you're like really modified, like if you have like a ton of tattoos
like
head
a whole
to toe,
sleeve or something. Yeah.
Like usually places don't care, and then like in most environments, like they just don't care that much anymore.
It's kind of crazy to me that
my brother's got a ton of tattoos. Like both his arms are fully tatted. And so he's got a ton of tattoos.
Yeah, it's crazy to me because it's really funny how like stereotypes progress because like you always hear of stuff like that, like, oh, this guy has a sleeve tattoo, he must be a rocker, he must be a punk, and like some of the genuinely nicest people I've ever met had full sleeve tattoos, and I'm like, this person actually is way more interesting than most just clean slate people I've talked to. Like usually tattoos are for a reason. There's plenty of people out there who have tattoos and they're for shitty reasons, but like most times I find it fascinating. Like, hey, what does that mean?
The you get what you get tattoo exists. So where for $100 you essentially pick a random design and they tattoo it on you.
Yeah, like
that's crazy.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Like I would want it to have a meaning. Like, oh, like you ask people usually, like, oh, you have a tattoo. Like, oh, what does the guitar stand for? Oh, well, my dad played guitar and then he passed and I started playing guitar.
Right.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. What does the snake stand for? Oh, he fucking really liked snakes. Like
that's the thing. Like I would rather have it mean something than something generic, and that's not like I'm not like against tattoos. Even like I said, I even considered getting one. Still am.
Yeah.
But. I think there's going to be a point, and this is my philosophy with it. Unless it like really deeply means something to you, there might be a point where I'm like, I just don't really like this anymore.
Yeah,
that's my thing with like pop culture ones.
Yeah, 100%. I said that to Letsy. The only reason I went and planning to fully commit to like Ostrich Nose is because like in 10 years I'm not gonna go, I fucking hated that guy.
Yeah.
But like if I got like I said to her, if I got her initials right and then we broke up, or 10 years from now we were married and we got divorced, I might be like, fuck, why did I do that?
Right. And that's the thing also with like celebrities and pop culture as well, is like I've been burned too many times with people that I'm like, I really like this guy, and he's a fucking kitty fiddler.
Yeah, remember that Epstein tattoo you had?
Yeah, I actually have a full size on my back. Actually, I have a full Epstein tattoo.
Yeah, you changed it to Einstein, but he was close enough.
Yeah, A Jeffrey Epstein tattoo would be crazy. That would be crazy.
Oh man, but
we have something to talk about.
That's all I got for the tattoo thing. So not to derail us any further, if you want to start with your stuff,
we have something real to talk about because we actually got a segment for this one. We're not going to pull it out just yet.
Fuck! I just want to pull it out.
Just keep it tucked for right now.
Spider Hog wants to be seen.
Keep that hog in the barn right now. I got to talk about video games. Firstly, I'm going to go out of order here. Fuck you, Jordan. This is your fault.
Why? What happened?
So, last time you mentioned, oh, I'm playing Red Dead 2 again. Guess what I'm doing now?
I'm going to just take a guess. It's just a guess. You're playing Red Dead 2 again?
Yeah. It's your fault, Jordan.
How far in are you?
I just started Rhodes.
I was going to say, I'm at Coulter. Oh, how many hours you played? 40.
I just started Rhodes. I'm doing the opposite of what you're doing. I was like, oh, I might do something like that where I just take it slow and like camp out and do the whole thing. I'm doing the opposite. I'm doing like a speed run.
Yeah. I was going to say, you're already at Rhodes. You're already up to where I left off. I haven't picked it up
I'm
yet.
already at Rhodes, and I've just been doing missions. Like,
yeah.
I don't do shit else.
You're doing like basically you're basically doing like a story sort of time lapse. Just like let's get through the story, let's feel it out. Yeah.
And on the like 5th playthrough of that game, there are a lot of missions, and I'm like, what? This is fine for a first time playthrough, but like, oh man.
That's how I feel about Coulter in general. It's like first, second playthrough, I was like, this is like a great
It's
prologue.
really good for exposition.
Yeah.
But if you've seen it so many times, you're like, ugh.
Yeah, like if you could just turn off the tutorial parts of that chapter, it'd be so much better. Like, let me be in the mountains, let me go to the house, let me find Sadie, let me do all that. Let me go hunting even. But then, like, when it gets to the, like, how to track, like, just let me go hunt. Like, let me do it, and I'll bring the deer back. Like, I don't need to know how to track.
Exactly. Like, I think that's part of it that annoys me, too.
Even the train robbery, like, that whole part can be skipped, in my opinion. Like, I don't care for the train robbery. It's fine. It's a great opening.
Yeah, no. They're
comparatively, it's boring.
But I think this happens with, like, this definitely happened with, like, Skyrim, too. Where, like, that...
You're awake.
When you first play it in 2011, when it first comes out, you're in this wagon, so, oh, hey, you're finally awake. It's fine exposition.
Yeah.
But now, since the game's been out for 15 years, it's like, there are mods to skip that part of the game because of how long it is.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to jump into the character creation, call it a day.
Yeah.
That's kind of like how I feel, and it sucks because it is a fantastic game still. Speaking of fantastic games, I didn't put this down, but I finished my God of War.
I was gonna ask. I saw it kept popping up. You're playing. How you feeling about that?
I played it all on Give Me a Challenge, the hard difficulty, not the hardest.
Yeah.
And it was like surprisingly a breeze.
It really is. Once you know the mechanics, like
that's the thing. There was a lot of stuff like I knew what was coming. So I was like, okay, I got to be prepared.
I'll save my rage and then,
Yeah, like I got to lock in for this one. I feel like doing it the first time around on that difficulty might have been a bit more of a challenge, but it was surprisingly easy. Not to say it was easy, but like I didn't die nearly as much as I thought I did. There was only a few times where I like legitimately died.
Yeah.
That being in Alfheim, which...
Alfheim fucking sucks.
Alfheim, legitimately, because of how early they put you there in the game, is genuinely the hardest part of the game.
Yeah.
It is so difficult.
Yeah.
Because...
everything fucking flies.
Yeah. These flying assholes who blind you. That
and then fucking dive bomb you.
Yeah, so the Alfheim, like, the final boss encounter, I did that, like, 5 times because I kept dying. So, like, I died, like, 4 times, and I was like, fuck off. I got up, I took a piss, I sat down, and I locked in, and I beat him immediately.
That final boss in Alfheim, is that before or after you go into the light tower and Atreus gets pissed because he fucking wiped out a bunch of...
I think that's after. That's after, because you're on your way out.
Who's the final boss there? I don't remember
it's
that
like
fight for some
the
reason.
dark elf, like, king guy.
Oh, yeah, that fucking guy.
Yeah, it's the guy with the horns.
Yeah.
And, fuck that guy.
It's as you're running up, like, the mountainous fucking fiery bitch thing. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, pain in the ass.
That part of the game sucks.
It does.
It's so fucking difficult. But in general, other than that, the realm tears kick your ass.
oh my god, yeah, you're like, huh, and then you just get drop kicked by a fucking thing.
Well, because I was like, I had done a ton of the extra stuff, so I was like, by the time I was finishing the game, I was like high level 6, almost level 7, which is like decently, like close to max level.
Yeah.
I think max level is like 8.
Yeah.
So I was closing in on level 7, and I was like, okay, there's a realm tear here that I died to a few times that spawns 2 level 7 of the, what are the witch things called? The Revenants?
Oh, Revenants, yeah, fuck those things.
It spawns 2 level 7 ones. So I'm like,
I got
okay, I'm almost level 7 now. Let's just do this one, and then I'll get the things and call it a day. Dude, they fucking mollywopped me every time. Every time, because they do crazy damage.
Yeah.
The poison damage. So, like, I even had shit that would increase my resistance to poison, and they just fucking mopped the floor with me.
I love that about the God of War games specifically. I think it's most apparent in those new ones because they're RPG-esque versus like Spider-Man isn't. But like, there's nothing funnier than like going and fighting Madney and Modi, 2 gods, and killing them, and then you get fucking you get mollywopped by like a sea creature.
Yeah, you're telling me this guy whooped Baldur's ass, but he's
can't feel pain.
He's gonna get his shit rocked by like a Draugr. Also, fuck the Travelers too, the big armored guys with the giant sword.
Yeah, and they do like that big.
So they do this move where it's a red move, so it's gonna hit you irrespective of what you. So you have to dodge it. Where they slam the sword into the ground. But if you don't time your dodge like perfectly, they're going to mid-swing rotate and hit you.
Yeah, they have heavy tracking
and
on that move.
that shit happens in like video games, and it pisses me off every time.
Yeah, it's tracking, and yeah, that shit sucks.
I got hit with one of those, and I threw my controller on my desk. I go, that's such fucking bullshit. I was yelling at my screen. That's such bullshit.
Yeah,
I hate that. It's such a cheap shot.
Yeah.
So that was my experience. It was fun. It was a lot of fun, but it was challenging. It was challenging, but not like
you thought it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if it was any more challenging, it would have been frustrating, right?
Yeah.
If it was just challenging enough to have a couple moments where I got frustrated, but like all in all, I wasn't really that frustrated playing the game.
Yeah, 100%. No, I feel like with even Ragnarok, like there was plenty of times where I was like a little bit like, oh, I just keep fucking dying. But it was always like something I did. It was always like, oh, I could have dodged better, or I could have timed this better, or I should have used parry instead of dodge, or this or that. So like, it wasn't really frustrating. It was more like learning. Versus when it's just like
I did a lot more like studying patterns of attack.
Yeah, like figuring out what you can and can't parry, when you should.
When you play in the normal difficulty, you can just brute force your way through everything.
Yeah.
But you kind of have to like, okay, I know he's got a red attack, so it's very likely this is going to stagger him kind of. He's going to be stunned, so I can move in to hit him.
And then get out before the
and
red
get
attack.
out, yeah.
Do you wonder like what canonical Kratos actually is in that universe? Like, you think about the Draugrs, you're like fun slashing and like canonical Kratos must just like go up to them, grab their head, and crush it.
Well, yeah, because you see in like cutscenes what a canonical Kratos can do. Even in like Ragnarok, there's one moment in Ragnarok where Kratos, just out of anger because of a situation that happens, emerges and like beheads one of the ogres. Remember that you're in Svartalheim?
Yep.
He just beheads this fucking ogre immediately.
With no.
And like this guy would have taken me 10 minutes to fight.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's pretty funny. But I still think Ragnarok, like that whole series, there's one specific thing that's always, if I think of the new God of War, it's just always right there, vividly, and it's that fucking specific line when he's talking to Odin in Ragnarok, and he just goes, like, mess with me and you will see the God I once was. That is the coldest line ever.
Return my son, or you may meet the God I once was.
Like, dude, that line delivery, like, still just gives me
chills. I watch that scene regularly.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I have it bookmarked. I'll just like, all right, I'm gonna watch some video game footage tonight. So I have like a gambit of like Red Dead 2 and God of War scenes that I'll watch.
Yeah, like it's crazy that like it's only slightly more intimidating than Arthur Morgan's "I'll Keep Your Mother in Black on Your Behalf." Like,
yeah.
Obviously, we know that like canonically, if those two guys were in the same world, it don't matter. But like, respectively to their worlds, dude.
Now
Like,
I'm picturing an Arthur Morgan versus Kratos fight.
he goes to use Deadeye and gets chopped in half by a Leviathan.
Arthur Morgan shoots him 6 times with his revolver and gets cut in half.
He just goes, well, shit.
I broke the goddamn wheel. That's what he says.
Yeah, great games. You gonna play
Fantastic
Ragnarok?
video games.
Or no?
I'm going to, but I kind of am at the point where if I boot up the PS5, I'm gonna play Spider-Man first.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be kind of my next venture, I think.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I'm gonna play Red Dead 2 all the way through. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it. So we'll see.
You'll probably get to Guarma and they'll be like, you know what? I don't have to do this
That's
anymore.
the thing, is like when you get to Guarma, it really takes the wind out of your sails for that game.
Yeah, it does.
Jordan, do you have anything else to talk about? Because I got one other thing, and I don't want to steamroll you here.
Yeah. No, real quick. Yeah, so A Plague Tale Requiem, which is the sequel to A Plague Tale Innocence, obviously. Or apparently not, obviously, because a lot of people are playing them out of order because of what I was about to say, which is it's on PS Plus for free. So I highly recommend anyone who hears this and has PS Plus to get Requiem and then get Innocence, play Requiem. They're some of the greatest games ever. And
this is what happens when you don't do a 2 at the end of the game.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, that's true. I played A Plague Tale Innocence. I played it on Steam Deck, and it was fine. It was great. Like, ran fine. Everything's good. But, man, I fucking love that game. The story's great. The atmosphere's great. Like, the whole game was so fun. I beat it in, 7 hours, I think, just kind of blitzkrieging through it. Like, I got this or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm on to Requiem now, playing that, and I forgot, how much they actually changed, but how much they actually kept the same. And, in a lot of weird ways, I kind of like the first one better. And then in a lot of other ways, I like the second one better. But definitely give A Plague Tale a play. The second one's a lot
I think
longer,
I have the first one on... they released it on PC, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I think I have that on Steam.
Definitely play the first one. You have to play the second one if you play the first, even though the second one is a lot longer, though. The first one, like I said, 6-7 hours. The second one's 20.
Yeah, I gotta learn to do that, to just blitz through games, because I'm too inquisitive and curious.
Yeah.
I'm full of joyous whimsy at my surroundings.
Yeah, well, that's how I am, too.
I got to investigate every nook and cranny, because God forbid I leave something behind.
Yeah, and that's how I am, too. But, on A Plague Tale, it was I specifically set my mind to, I'm going to do just, a quick playthrough, because I played it before. I know this game. I just want, a little crash course, basically. And I was pretty good with Innocence. But Requiem, I've been a little more explorative. But,
yeah, that's the thing, is, I gotta explore.
Yeah. And some games you have to. I'm sorry, but unless it's your, 5th playthrough, in your case, you can't play Red Dead 2 and just blitzkrieg it. You're doing a disservice to you and
Yeah, fair.
But, for linear games like A Plague Tale, it's probably best to just...
I played, when I played, BioShock Infinite, I just put it on, the lowest difficulty, and I played it in, one sitting.
Yeah.
Because it's 6 hours long if you play it on easy.
Yeah. Just blitz right through it or whatever.
And that was this is fine, I guess.
Yeah, the first two are great.
It almost ruins the experience a little bit, and that's kind of what I don't think it's a great thing for your first playthrough of a game you really care about.
Yeah.
If you really care about BioShock as a series, and you want to play BioShock Infinite for the first time, don't do it that way.
Yeah.
If you really care. So I think I gotta prioritize games I don't care about. I feel like if I'm gonna go through and play and dedicate a ton of time to a game, it has to be something I care about, and that's why I return to games all the time.
Yeah, because it's something you care about. Exactly. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's exactly why I don't blitz through Spider-Man when I do a replay. I always kind of sit on it and kind of do all the side stuff. Not some of the bloated stuff. I don't do the combat challenge, but I always go for the backpats anyway to be it's easy enough, and I get a little bit of story in there. So, what I really want, though, on the topic of A Plague Tale before we transition over, A Plague Tale has a book, but if you didn't know, it's in France, the game. That's where it takes place. And because of that, it's French developed, and because of that, the book is in French. And they haven't made an English translation, and I want that fucking translation so bad. But I saw someone on Amazon the other day, because I looked up the book again to see if it had been translated, now that the game's been out for 2 years, the sequel. And someone had it, they said, this looks great next to my English version. And they had an English version next to it. It literally said the same book, it just said English translation. And I was like, fuck yeah. And I searched for it, I can't find it anywhere.
But
So
that was a custom one.
I was gonna say maybe they got maybe there's websites that do that, like you can pay X amount of money to have a book translated. I don't know, but I was like, damn, that fucking looks sick. So I really want that book.
Maybe
so
he's like a 12th century monk. He's copying down the Bible by hand.
Yeah. You know what series I got into?
What's that?
Gears of War. I got on a Gears of War
Yeah.
kick. Yeah. I watched a YouTuber play 4.
I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, they're great. I watched a YouTuber play Gears 4, and then I played Gears 5, and I was like, yo, I wonder if there's any novels. There's 8 fucking books. I was like, oh, I don't know if I can make it through these, but I'm
That's
gonna
a
try.
lot of book.
There's one that takes place between 4 and 5, and I was like, oh, that'd be perfect for me to read. And I can't wait for Gears 6. And the one that's between 4 and 5 is like 420 pages. I'm like,
Oh, god damn.
it broke the
I
goddamn.
broke the goddamn wheel.
But we'll see. Maybe I'll read some Gears books.
Those, by the way, those like fucking Red Dead 2 like TikToks have broken my brain playing that game.
Yeah.
I audibly giggled when I played the mission where you fish with Jack and he goes, I'm gonna use some cheese. The delivery on that line's so funny.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I said in unison when we were on our way to fucking the camp in Valentine. I said in unison with Arthur Morgan, I broke the goddamn wheel.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the TikToks, dude, they...
Oh, man.
You know what really grosses me out real quick was you get those TikToks that are like highlighting funny clips and like modifying them or like badass clips. And then there's like the fucking like simping for Arthur Morgan where it's like, look at our cute boy. And it's him like in different angles all posh with a fucking suit and tie. And they're like, he's a hot boy. I'm like,
I haven't seen these.
I'm like, what the fuck?
I see the ones I see are like Arthur Morgan putting burned bodies in the back of an F-150 and driving around.
No, yeah, I'll see ones that are like, look at our cute boy. And it's just him like at the fucking bar with a whiskey, just looking at the camera, all fucking sensual. Like
That's crazy. I haven't seen that. I've seen ones that are like that audio where he's like, I ain't changed. I'm still a bad man. As he's like running over pedestrians with a fucking like 2010 Camaro.
yeah. I'll see those clips of him all poshed up, and I'm like, man, that's so
That shit kinda
fucking
got me
gross.
bricked.
And then I just start wanking it, and then I'm like, oh, hide the clip.
This shit kind of got me, you know, a little.
Chris,
Finally,
what do you got?
I've been playing,
With his... Huh?
you know, here and there. I dabble.
I dingle dabble.
I've been playing, or have played, for the first time last night. Mm-hmm. Lethal Company.
I have played none of this and know literally everything about the game.
That game is phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I want to draw some comparisons real quick. Because we have experience with Phasmophobia.
Yes.
Which is kind of similar in a way that it's way less wacky. So Phasmophobia is a very similar type of game. But the thing that irritates me the most about Phasmophobia, the whole thing is you go in, you hunt a ghost, and you communicate through radios.
Yeah. Or proximity, yeah.
The one thing that annoys me is, as far as when we played it, I don't think there's a voice activation for chat. Like, I think it's only push to talk, which irritates the shit out of me. Lethal Company just has
open
voice
mic.
activations. Open mic, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So that's the first comparison I wanted to draw, just because that was immediately the first thing I noticed. I said, fuck, finally. Yeah. Jesus. Like, so I played that game for about 3 hours last night with some of the boys, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
We installed a bunch of mods too, so like we'll go in and there was this fucking like gloop monster who was chasing us.
Is it the blue greenish goop guy?
I don't know what the fuck it was. I didn't get a solid look at it because I was trying to not get killed. And I walked in and I hear this big noise. So we get chased by this fucking penis monster. We all run outside. And when you transition between like maps, like you go into a building, the voice chat like echoes.
Yeah.
It's really funny. So there was a moment where we're all congregating outside deciding on what to do. I said, okay, I only have a flashlight. Here, take this. I'm going to go in and take a look, make sure it's not still there. I walk in and I immediately hear the just something scurrying around, and I immediately ran the fuck out.
Yeah.
There was definitely a moment where I tried to do some parkour across a thing, and
you missed the pipe.
I missed the thing, and I fell and died instantly.
Yeah.
I drowned once. I got attacked by bees.
Yeah, the electric bees.
I also was standing. I was trying to like find everyone as I had gotten separated, and they were all headed back to the ship, and I got lost or something, and I hear this noise. I'm like, what is this? What the fuck is this? And I was outside. I was like, what is this noise? And I hear a noise, and then 1 frame later, I was dead. And I see, from everyone else's point of view, a giant sandworm going into the air. How did this happen to me?
Yeah.
How did this happen to me? It's such a riot, that game.
Yeah.
It's so fucking fun.
I don't even own it, but I've watched probably... Well, there's a specific group of YouTubers who play it. I've watched all their videos, so probably cumulative of like 30 or 40 hours of their content of that. Like I've had at least on passively or like actively been watching over the last 6 months, however long the game's been out. And I've wanted to play it, but it's like another one of those games where I was telling the engineer guy that we used to work with that probably played with you because he talked about it. I was like, I really want to play it, but I feel like my experience is a little sullied because of the fact that I know exactly what I'm getting into. I know like every subsystem and how it works.
I've only caught Lethal Company in passing.
Well, and that's what he said too, and I was like, fuck, I wish I did too.
I only caught it in passing and it's so fucking fun.
Yeah.
Like
I definitely think I might pick it up.
All night I kept saying, how is this game $10?
Yeah.
$10? I've paid more for worse. I bought the Mass Effect Legendary Edition trilogy for full price, and I've played it for 10 minutes.
Me too.
I bought this game for $10 fucking dollars, and I will probably play it a ton.
Yeah. I'm thinking about buying it, and then we should all play it.
Yeah, we should do a Lethal Company. We get some of the boys together.
There's a Mimic mod. I don't know if you guys had that one. That's the coolest fucking mod.
We had, I think that's the one you're talking about. We had like a Skinwalkers mod where it'll clip parts of your voice.
Yeah.
So that's what we had, and we thought we had one because we were. It was me and one of our friends, and we were walking in, and we thought it was just us in that part of the building, and we heard 'cause Alex was playing with us. We heard Alex make a noise. We heard him go or something like that. And we went, oh shit, it's a Skinwalker, because Alex wouldn't just be making noise. So we ran out of the building. We're freaking out, and Alex follows us out. He goes, "What the fuck are you guys yelling about? Like, we thought there was a Skinwalker in there." He goes, "Nah, I was just making noise." What's wrong with you?
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
But we should get some of the boys together and play. It's a good time. We should do a Lethal Company series. It'd be funny.
That would be pretty funny.
Chris and Jordan on the job. Lethal Company.
That would be funny.
Also, there is a little machine that you can get that will transmit. You can transmit up to 10 characters to every character in the game, for every player in the game. So there was a little bit of a game of figuring out what offensive things you can write in 10 characters.
Nice.
We also have, I don't know if it's part of a mod or it's part of the base game, where you get a little whiteboard that you
think that's a mod.
You can type in, you have 100 characters you can type in on this whiteboard. So like there was just a lot of kill yourself written on whiteboards.
Yeah.
A lot of one-off lines, a lot of very not savory things written on those boards. So
that made sense.
It was always funny to turn around and see someone holding a whiteboard that just said like "gay" on it or something.
Oh man.
So in short, that game's fucking fun.
Yeah, I've been thinking about getting it. It seems like it would be killer. Like it would be so fucking cool.
It would be Lethal Company.
Yeah.
Oh, my dad just walked in the house. I heard him.
Yeah, I can hear him. He's trudging along. But yeah, no, that game is super cool. I know so much about it from like secondhand experience that like I don't think it would ruin per se my experience. It would definitely sully it a little bit because like there is that learning curve of like
oh yeah, definitely
the first time you see a loot bug or the first time you see the Bracken, which is like that black shadow monster, like that you're like, what is this thing gonna do to me? And then it just like snaps your neck or like fights you for some loot or something. And like I already know that stuff, but I think it still could be like a fucking great time.
Yeah, that was the thing I saw. We had that monster in one of our run-ins we had with that monster. I looked up and I saw it, I looked down.
The black one or the bug?
The bracken.
Yeah.
I looked down and then I looked back up because Alex was in the room with me. So I looked up, saw the monster, looked back down, looked back up, and Alex was dead.
I don't know if this is a mod or like a real...
And I had to sprint through the dark because we only had one flashlight.
I don't know if this is a real feature of the game they updated. I think it's in the base game, but it might be a mod. Have you seen the little girl?
No, I haven't.
So I don't know how it works exactly. From what I've gathered, it seems like it's almost like some sort of fear meter. Because if you're like in the dark longer, or it might be part of the Mimic mod with the mask. But there's like this little girl that'll like sing and like run around. And then eventually she'll chase you, and if she catches you, your head fucking explodes. So and only you can see her, by the way.
Only one player can see
whoever
her?
she's attacking.
That's crazy.
So I've watched a bunch of the clips from the different YouTubers where they're like, he's like, oh my god, there's a little girl, and
they're like, where?
And all of a sudden he just explodes and drops. And
that's wild.
That mod or whatever it is sick.
If it's a mod, we gotta install it. That sounds really
yeah. It's a little
fun.
girl in a red dress, and her voice lines, like she legit is creepy as fuck. Like she'll be like la 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 la. They're going down a hallway, echoing like it's crazy.
Yeah, that just reminds me of that like Skinwalker's like concept has me thinking about this game idea. I don't know if I came up with this or heard it and expanded upon it. So if it's not an original idea, I apologize. The idea was it's a game where you're with your friends and you're trying to hunt like a skinwalker or like if you're familiar with the Mandela catalog, like an alternate or something. And you're hunting this thing and it's proximity chat only, kind of like Lethal Company, where you can talk to your friends just only in game chat. And as the game runs, I don't know how we would do it conceivably, but as the game runs, it's slowly using your voice chat to train an AI, to train a voice AI, and it will use the voice AI to lure you out into places. So like, and as you play the game more, it gets more and more realistic.
Like now it's his voice back. Hey Chris, come over here.
Yeah, like it'll eventually get like, at first it'll sound like, hey, over here. And then eventually it'll have like the perfect intonation. Yeah. And that was my idea. It gets progressively better over time.
As you play more and more with
As you play more. And I don't know how much data you need to train an AI like that. I imagine it's a lot.
I know it's definitely a lot to get like a perfect AI, but like
to get a passable one.
To get something good enough, especially if you play with the in-game settings and you make the proximity chat specifically not perfect.
Specifically like lower quality.
Yeah, because if you have perfect like crystal fucking call quality, then you're gonna be like, that's an AI.
Like if it sounds like Discord chat.
But if it sounds a little bit shitty on purpose, you could play with that.
Maybe.
Because Lethal Company doesn't particularly sound great.
No, the voice chat doesn't sound great. Like
it's very echoey.
It sounds like voice chat.
Yeah. Maybe like one tier above.
Yeah.
Just barely.
So that's the magic in Lethal Company is the proximity.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they do really good with that.
That's something I would love to like look into to see if like to see if we can conceivably do that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Unreal Engine's free, so.
It is. It's Unreal and free. Unity's also free.
Yeah.
But you got to give them money at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I might look into it. I don't know if voice AIs are that good though. I don't know how well they are, and how well they are to be implemented into a game. So like,
you have to do some sort of plugin with like ChatGPT or something.
That's the thing where I'm worried of like, okay, now I have to have this, because you can't conceivably have this fucking AI model running on your computer. No. So you would have to constantly send like server calls.
Yeah.
Like,
not unless you're like Minecraft.
Here's voice chat. Here's a clip of voice chat. Send it to the server. Train the AI a little bit. Send that data back, and then have like, it would be a nightmare. And I don't want it to be, because it's skimming voice chat constantly. I don't want it to be like flagged as like a virus.
Yeah. Well, there's also those specific chat AIs that have you say like 10 to 100 different voice lines.
Yeah.
That to start the training, you could do that like at the start of the game. Obviously, you can't say like, hey, before you play, here's 1,000 voice lines, but like 25 voice lines you'd have to say to get the AI started, and then it just skims the data.
Because there are similar, not in that same vein, but there are like somewhat similar concepts of like, there was one game it's like fear assessment or something, where it gets flagged as a virus because it will just pull files from your computer to like, to immerse you in the game.
Yeah.
It'll just say like, "Hey, is this you recognize this picture?" And for me, that would not work at all because all my pictures are just unhinged.
It's just a cat. Like,
You know this picture, and it's the most devious picture of a cat you've ever seen in your entire life.
yeah.
So that's, but that's, hey, fancy myself a bit of a programmer these days,
Yeah.
I think maybe programming beforehand was like how reading was in high school for me. Mm-hmm. Where like, I don't like reading. I don't like reading. I don't like writing. But it's just because I was being forced to read and write shit I don't like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
I don't like programming, but I wasn't ever programming anything I was really passionate about. It's still, the process of doing it isn't the most thrilling experience.
No, and it never will be.
No.
Not unless you're somehow trained for that and you're like, this is fucking
It is
right.
still cool to be like, oh, I just typed words and now the computer does things.
Yeah. That was always the coolest part when we did our basic programming in school was like, I hit this, it tell robot do that, robot see that and do that. Like, that's kind of cool.
That's the magic that's never lost on me. It's like, I just typed words and now the computer did things.
Yeah.
I can just make in like 60 lines of code and a little script that opens up a UI with a button that you press that just says fuck, and you just press a button all day.
Yeah.
I can just do that.
Yeah.
For no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
So,
All right, Chris. I think we can stop keeping the audience from waiting
Yeah.
any longer. Are we transitioning to our segment? You got to do the little jingle. You can't not do the jingle.
And let me think up a jingle real quick. Let me just. That's my thinking noise.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
It's the review time. We're doing reviews. We're looking at reviews of products, random products that we found on the internet, especially food from Walmart.
I never thought about it.
I swear I can actually sing. I do it bad on purpose.
I feel like you number one. I feel like you definitely could. Number two, I feel like with the culmination of us and Fiverr, like we did with our logo, we could probably get a sick ass jingle going.
we should write jingles, I think.
I think that would be really funny.
All right. So what we did, here's what happened.
Explain yourself.
Here's what we had done. I think, I don't know who originally came up with the idea, but
we had an idea already.
The original idea was to find bad reviews of really good movies to see what people were complaining about. Mm-hmm. And that evolved, and we might still do that. But then I was thinking, like,
I mentioned products.
Yeah, like what kind of person is reviewing like a random item at Walmart?
Yeah.
Like what unhinged individual is going on Walmart.com to find the like Stouffer's roast turkey meal that they bought for $2 and write a review about it?
Yeah. Started as movies, went to like just general products, and then Chris was like, wait a minute. What about everyday items? Like toothpaste?
Yeah, so I kind of honed in on the everyday items.
Yeah.
Foods specifically. I think Jordan did about the same.
Yeah, for the most part.
And I will say, I think we limited specifically to like Walmart for this. Don't ever use the Walmart delivery service. 90% of the regular reviews or the bad reviews we've seen, or at least I saw, were about the delivery service.
Yeah, me too as well.
There's like a couple insane ones in here.
I don't know if you did this. I stuck to 1-star reviews only when I did
I did a mix. Like I just found what I thought was either funny or like somewhat interesting.
Yeah, I went through just 1-star reviews, and I also threw in a game at the end that came to mind just because I wanted to see what was saying. And there was like one good review that stuck out to me.
All right.
But Chris, if you want to kick us off with one of your reviews, or do you want me to kick us off? Want me to just leave? I can go home.
All right. Let's start with a short and simple one that I got. There was a review that I saw for a Rotel Original Diced Tomatoes and Green Chilies.
Mm-hmm. I like those.
Who the fuck is writing a review for canned tomatoes?
Mm-hmm.
This person, D. Sona, wrote 1 star. Never got the malk, steak, or cookies. Never got steak, milk, or cookies. 1 star.
I think they didn't get their steak, milk, or cookies, no?
This is tomatoes.
Yeah, but Chris, you don't understand. They never got the steak, milk, or cookies.
The steak, the milk, or the cookie? That's crazy.
That is
crazy. So that's a short and simple. That's a short and simple. Just to test the waters here. Do you wanna jump to? Maybe we go product by product.
Yeah. You want to do just start from the top?
Yeah, I think you had the one at the top. So
yeah. So I got Kraft mac and cheese. Everyone. We all know. Right, Kraft ain't no gourmet. It's your basic bitch. Like you give this to your kids when they don't want to eat their pizza or they don't want to eat the chicken nuggets.
Sometimes you're feeling like a fat schlub at 22 years old and you eat a whole box of Kraft mac and cheese while you cry and jerk off or whatever.
So,
I think on my 22nd birthday for dinner I had Kraft mac and cheese and a beer, and that was my birthday dinner.
That's fucking crazy. That's sick, yeah. See, exactly. It's great. Everyone loves it. Except for apparently Melissa. Fucking Melissa.
What problem did Melissa
She has
have?
some beef, all right? Or rather, she has some buds.
Bugs?
Right? So she writes, 1 star, buds. Hey, Kraft, put the noodles in a bag. Buds, buds, buds. Your product was bought to cook right away. Opened to find buds in the noodles. I know they did not come from my home, as the bots had only been there for a few minutes. If they came from the store or wherever, buds should not be in food. Now, number one, Melissa, thank you for that info. I did not know buds shouldn't be in food. This whole time I thought they were supposed to be there.
I've been munching bugs for a long time now.
I was just under the impression that they were supposed to be there. Now I know, thanks to Melissa, that buds, quote, should not be in food.
I didn't know that. Also, I think if you're storing large amounts of food, things like bugs and mice are an inevitability.
Absolutely.
Like, every restaurant has mouse traps.
And there's a reason for that. And fly walls when it's summertime. Like, there's a reason.
Because bugs are kind of an inevitability, and mice too. They're gonna get into things. It sucks. I don't think this is an acceptable thing. And I bet if Melissa, if you ever see this, if you send Kraft an email about this, they'll probably give you 10 boxes of mac and cheese for free.
Yeah.
So they're pretty good about things like that.
Yeah.
Bugs, that's crazy. But yeah, they were probably from the store, I'd imagine, because you're storing a shitload of food.
Yeah.
And it probably wasn't a great store. I've been to Walmart a fair few times.
Yeah.
And I've been to a nice Walmart, and it still sucks.
Yeah. Now, the second review for Kraft mac and cheese came from Denos29.
Oh,
Might
boy.
be Dennis. I just like calling him Denos.
Denos.
He wants everyone to know that he used to love this when he was younger. Kraft mac and cheese is my guilty pleasure, but I can't eat it anymore. I love to steam it with broccoli and eat together.
What the fuck?
Too bad, it gives me heartburn. Someone told me the other day that apparently they're not using real cheese anymore.
I don't think they ever did.
2 things, Denos. So what was wrong with the mac and cheese?
It gives me heartburn is not a good complaint.
You know, man, I did fentanyl one time and died. I really don't like fentanyl. Like, yeah, that's what happens when you use that, bud. If it's not my fault that your stomach sphincter is broken, bud.
Your
Like,
stomach sphincter. Also, hey, Denos.
29.
Denos 29. You Dumas 29. Listen, take a fucking Tums, dude.
Prilosec OTC, my guy.
Dude, Larry the Cable Guy. Remember those? Remember he used to advertise for that? Mm-hmm. Prilosec OTC. Dude, he was Mater. That was crazy.
Yeah.
It gives me heartburn. It's not a good review, dude.
Again, what was wrong with the product?
A lot of things can give you heartburn, asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Now, the second product I picked to look at reviews for is one I infinitely have more affiliation with than Kraft mac and cheese. Because I was never a Kraft boy. I was always like a knockoff boy. But for some reason...
A little Great Value gremlin.
Yeah, just, it's just how it was.
Great Value gooner.
That's just kind of how it was. But for some reason, I always had on-brand pizza rolls. Tostino's pizza rolls, dude. And that's what I chose for the next product. So, 1 star. I will admit, this one is a little bit longer than the last 2. And it's from Anonymous. They didn't even want to put their name out there.
They were so disgusted with their purchase.
Their exact words, as a matter of fact, were disgusting.
Oh,
what was quality control thinking? How could this be even given the green light? These are repackaged, off-brand pizza rolls at best. Both the original pepperoni and the combination. This is an extremely scummy move. The pizza rolls are longer, bubbles all over the dough, and the smell is putrid in comparison. The texture is like wet cardboard, but somehow every dry. Don't know what that means. 30 years of consuming pizza rolls, and now I won't buy another bag. Waiting for the token, we are sorry for your experience, and we'll pass this forward to our team. These should be recalled. Vile. Signed, Anonymous.
This is really funny to me because we were talking about this a little bit before the show, this review in particular.
Yeah.
What is going on in your brain to think these have to be, Tostino's specifically has to be buying the off-brand version.
To save money, of course.
To save money, even though the bag of like 40 pizza rolls or whatever it is probably costs them less than $1 to make.
Yeah.
And they're buying these wholesale off-brand ones and putting them in the bag.
No, but Chris, you don't understand though. The pizza rolls are longer and have bubbles all over the dough, so therefore they're knockoff. What, student? Speak.
What if they change the recipe?
No, it's not possible though, Chris, because you don't understand. The pizza rolls are longer and there's bubbles all over the dough and the smell is putrid.
Maybe they just got a bad bag.
No, but you don't understand. Yeah, maybe. You know, like that could have happened. I don't know. Maybe it's an old bag, you know, specifically. It's got bubbles. So it's almost like it's been exposed to the atmosphere. There's those a little longer. It smells bad. And it smells bad. What could that be? When has food ever gone bad?
Like when like moisture and heat and time gets to it.
Chris, did they forget that these are frozen? Therefore, usually when they defrost, they're pretty wet. Also, the texture is like wet cardboard, but somehow every dry. So perhaps, they meant soggy was the word. I'm assuming they just couldn't think of. Maybe they were inspired. Maybe, bud. Maybe you got a bad batch. Maybe there was a hole in the bag.
Maybe they put a whole date on there. You know?
Yeah.
Just
I noticed you didn't reference the date to say they weren't inspired, so I'm assuming you didn't even look.
Curious.
So Anon, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck you, dude.
I'm a Tostino sympathizer.
It's gonna be Alex who wrote the review.
You're gonna be listening to this and you're like, wait a minute.
What the fuck, dude?
But even though it says 30 years of consuming pizza rolls.
Yeah, he's been eating pizza rolls since he was like -7.
Oh man. Sorry, that just gave me a good chuckle. That was like the math thing with the fucking TI-84 all over again. Oh, man. The next one, product everyone knows and loves. Doritos. Specifically, I believe I looked at the nacho cheese party size bag.
So standard issue Dorito.
Standard issue. I don't want anything special because, spicy might be a white bitch being like, it's too spicy. So I was like, let me do basic bitch Doritos.
Okay.
And Chris, would you believe there is a reference to spicy?
Oh, boy.
Here. It's going to be the second review. I'm going to leave you in suspense for now,
okay.
Okay? But the first review is from John386, who says, what is this? Get it together, factory. Not happy. Have kids under 6 years young. I have had this happen now 3 times. What can you do? You help this situation. Email me, please. Please. All right, John, couple things.
What situation?
Couple things, John. Please tell us what situation. And what the fuck is your email, bud?
Email me, please.
Because emails apparently are public domain now.
Did not supply any information. Also, you're not talking to Frito-Lay. You're leaving a review on Walmart.com.
The only thing I can think of.
I love old people so much. Because
crazy.
Not a single person writing these reviews is under the age of 87.
Yeah.
It's so funny to me because they just think that a review is a place to just complain about literally anything.
Yeah. Yeah, and the only thing I can think of is I didn't see this for the Doritos, and I didn't go back and check it because I saw it after. But when I was doing the next item, which I won't spoil yet, there was an option that said review left on manufacturer's website and then ported over to Walmart. So the only thing I can think of is maybe this was on Doritos' website, and they asked for like your email and stuff, so he just like threw that out there. But I didn't go back and verify. But either way, that's still like what's the issue? And
yeah, you didn't explain.
Like.
Also, they probably have a customer service email. Just send them an email.
Yeah, why tell them to email you, bud? You email them with the issue. And
that's not how that works.
Yeah. Wait, customer service doesn't reach out to me? Oh, it's weird.
Philip Frito himself is going to reach out and say...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, no. His evil cousin, Dylan Dorito, is going to reach out.
Oh, man. Dylan Dorito.
Dorito.
But, this next one, this is where it made me start to think that maybe it did come from the website because this person's name was marked as Bad Chips.
Bad Chips.
To follow another Dorito review, mind you.
Bad Doritos.
I'm assuming this is it must be a parent, right? Just because the tagline is sunburnt mouth.
Maybe they just retrieved a child from somewhere. They're not
perhaps. So yeah, sunburnt mouth. These are nacho cheese Doritos. Thanks, Dorito. Or whoever changed the original nacho cheese Doritos. My son is 7 and wanted some reg nacho Doritos. He came crying. Not sure what happened, I said. These are reg nachos. But I put one in my mouth and it was on fire. He cried all night. Bad chips.
Huh?
So apparently they bought let me see if I can reel this back in. They got some nacho cheese Doritos.
Yeah, so I see the problem here. They bought nacho cheese Doritos, which I will tell you confidently, they have not changed that recipe since I've been alive.
At least 23 years.
It's been the same consistently, because I remember the taste from when I was a kid, and I had them recently, and I'm like, this is the exact same thing.
Yep, texture, even everything.
Down to, like, atom, molecule by molecule, they are the same.
Yeah. So, number one, thank you, Bad Chips, for telling us what the issue was. That's a big step over John.
That's a huge step forward in the right direction of actually telling us a problem.
But also, I don't think it's valid to give a 1-star review because it's spicy. Because even if they did hypothetically change the recipe to make it spicy, you just don't like them. There wasn't a problem with your experience. You just can't handle the spice.
It's also, I will say, I think it's really funny that this person starts the review with, thanks Dorito.
Yeah, that's really funny.
That's he's talking, that theoretical person I came up with, Dylan Dorito.
Dylan Dorito, yeah.
He's like, this is a real guy. I gotta talk to Mr. Dorito, please.
Yeah, and I'd like to clarify, I should have said this in the beginning, I'm reading these verbatim. Like, I'm stopping where there's periods, commas, misspellings, I'm reading them verbatim. It says, thanks Dorito.
Thanks Dorito. Or whoever changed the original nacho cheese. So this could be a Philip Frito sort of situation. Philip Frito dumped in a little extra ghost pepper sauce in the mix.
Oh, that's funny.
He said, this is going to get bad chips.
You know what I like about Philip?
I'll show that asshole.
You know what I like about Philip Frito? Philip's not usually spelled with an F.
Nope, his is. Philip Frito.
Felipe.
Also, your kid's a bitch.
Your kid is definitely a pussy.
7 years old, he cried all night because you ate a bad chip. Your kid's a bitch, dude.
Dude, it's
fuck that 7-year-old, dude.
Even if you gave a 7-year-old, like, what? They're fucking, remember the fiery barbecue, Buffalo Ranch ones, the blue one?
Oh, dude, those are so good.
Doritos Blaze. Dude, even if you gave a 7-year-old that, like, I had those at 7, and my mouth burned, and I couldn't handle spice. I didn't cry all night. You just drink some fucking milk and get over it, bro.
Like, even when I was little, not little, I was like maybe 10 or 11. Maybe even 12, perhaps. So a little bit older than this gentleman's child. I had ghost pepper burger. I was like, I can handle the spice, and I only ate half of it. You know what I didn't do? I didn't cry about it.
No, you just probably drank some milkshake maybe.
I was like, oh damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. Yeah, fuck you and fuck your kid, dude.
Yeah. Now, this next one is my last item. It's Great Value Water. Right?
Who's writing a review for water?
Right, Great Value Water.
Water?
Full credit to Let's See for this idea.
What could you say about water? That's a good idea, because what could you possibly say about water?
Yeah, you know. Admittedly, one of these is actual water complaint. The other one falls into what you said earlier about delivery, right?
Dude, these delivery people need to be
just fucking taken out, bro.
Yeah.
So the first one comes from Deborah.
Okay.
Now, you know this bitch has a blonde comb over.
Dude, she's definitely yelling at a Starbucks worker currently.
Actively, yeah.
She's screaming and calling the police on a 17-year-old who's making $7.25 an hour right now.
Yeah, actually, no, you know what actually happened? She told me this. There was a kid skateboarding, so the police are on their way.
There's kids skateboarding, so she shot them 14 times.
And claimed self-defense, yeah. Deborah says, yellow water. Has anybody gotten water bottles that had off-colored water? I got one today, and it looked like a rust color. The bad thing is that I drank some before realizing it.
That's crazy.
Now,
that's a real complaint. I gotta hand it to you.
It's a real complaint.
That's a real complaint. I'd be pissed about that.
But how the fuck did you drink that?
Also, yeah, how do you not? The bottle's clear.
You're at least. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, young lady. You're at least 30. You couldn't see that it was yellow.
You pick it up and go, huh? This looks like piss water.
Yeah, fucking monochromatic vision.
I'm gonna drink this.
Like, how do you not see that that's yellow? Number one.
But yeah, no, that's a legitimate complaint. I gotta give points for that because it's a complaint that is real.
Yeah. You know, it's just strange to me that she drank that. That was the standout for me. It was like, you drank that? Like,
fair, yeah.
Like, I feel like I've never grabbed a water bottle and been like, oh, there's discoloration, and I should drink this. Like, I feel like it's pretty evident if it's a rust color.
No, if it's...
I know a thing or two about rust, bro. I own a Yaris. Like,
there's more rust than car.
Yeah, like, that's just bizarre to me.
Yeah, that is strange.
But on the other hand, we had Summer.
Okay.
Not the season, a woman. Or a person, I won't say. Summer. They say, no tip for her. The order was not left at my door.
Fuck, dude.
I don't know the name of the delivery driver, but it was a female. She called my name from the bottom of the stairs and asked me, can somebody bring my water up? I said, okay, let me put on some clothes. I brought all 4 cases up by myself. She came back to my door and stated I needed to scan the barcode on the top of the water because she had forgotten. And when I did, she took a picture of me in the front door. Okay.
That's odd. I don't think a delivery driver gets paid to haul cases of water up the stairs.
Well, there's that. I don't remember Amazon when I was in the apartment ever being like, hey, can you open the door so I can like bring this up 5 flights of stairs? They just left it on the front steps and pieced the fuck out.
Yeah,
they delivered it.
Also, yeah, they gotta take a picture to prove that's
standard
weird.
practice.
That's weird that they took a picture of you.
Maybe you were just in the way.
You're probably just in the way.
Also, this line about I said okay, let me put some clothes on. That could just mean shoes, but I'm just kind of I'm a little curious as to what clothes are we referring to.
She's naked in her own house.
She's fucking nudist.
She's expecting a delivery.
Yeah. And interacting with the delivery driver prior to putting on clothes.
Like, now I'm just picturing she comes out completely naked.
That's when she took the phone.
Yeah, just, oh, my bad. Let me go put some clothes on. I'll help you out with that.
Yeah, like, I don't know. That was just bad. So, sorry, Summer, that you had a bad experience. But honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. You seem like you're the problem. If I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, like, they don't get paid to haul the fucking water all the way up the goddamn stairs.
Maybe curb your expectations a little. Bring them down to earth a bit.
And put on some clothes.
Yeah, perhaps. But that's it for my products. Other than the game, which we can talk about at the end if there's time.
Right. I had to talk about... Oh, that was violent. I had to talk about freshness guaranteed chocolate chip cookies.
Okay, how do you fuck up chocolate chip cookies? That's my next thought.
Well, I'll tell you. So, on the same theme of like delivery drivers or this delivery service sucks.
Apparently.
I don't know who handles it, if it's like Walmart directly or if it's like a...
third party or something.
Yeah, if it's like, was that Postmates or something?
Yeah.
I don't know who does it, but like they gotta be fucking on it because here's a review. Bite taken.
Okay.
If you order for delivery, I wouldn't order any fresh baked items. I ordered these and got them delivered today, and no joke, someone took a bite out of one cookie and put it back. Walmart was very good about addressing this issue, however, it was disappointing. I usually love their cookies, but next time we'll only get them when I'm the one picking them up.
All right, I just want to say, comparative...
This fucking demon opened the cookie, took a bite, and put it back.
I just want to say, comparatively, that's a great review. That is like a valid review.
That's a valid review. That one's also anonymous.
Anonymous.
No name left with that.
Now here's my question to you, Chris. Do you think the Postmates or whoever driver did it, or do you think it was done at the store?
This could be a store, because there's a lot of creatures that go to Walmart.
A lot of shenanigans.
I feel like I've seen moldy or otherwise damaged products at Walmart, like, more often than I should.
Yeah, because surprise, they don't really have like a secret storage for pickup items. They just send workers out into the store to grab them off shelf. So this is the general populace we're talking about.
I don't know I don't know if you've ever been to a Walmart and seen the pickers who run around the store.
Yeah.
They look like their family is going to be killed if they don't get these groceries out the door in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
They run around that store like they have a gun to their head.
Yeah. Like they will check a child out of the way.
So they probably aren't looking, so it very well could have just been some little gremlin at Walmart.
Mom said no.
Some little creature walked in and took a bite out of a thing and threw it back in the package.
Either way, unacceptable, though.
Either way, personally, you can tell by the mass I've cultivated. I would have just taken the whole cookie.
Yeah, I don't know why you would take half.
Taking a bite and putting it back is so fucking insulting. Maybe this person didn't leave a tip, and that's what happened. That's my tip.
Yeah. There you go. Take a little nibble.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. Secondly, we got to move on to same product, but we're getting a little conspiratorial.
Something similar, perhaps, to the pizza roll debacle.
Sort of.
Okay.
This is a review from a person called Walm1.
Oh, it's Walmart One. Yeah.
It's Walmart One. It's like Air Force One, where the Walton family flies around in Walm One.
That's funny.
This person has a bone to pick with Walmart and says, in all caps, "Stop selling poison."
Okay.
It's a shame that Walmart is worth trillions of dollars and they are baking with poison like GMO. I didn't know this cookies had GMO and I'm buying it for 2 years straight. Before I threw the box away, I took a time to read the ingredients and I saw bioengineered food ingredients, SMH. Entenmann, Pepperidge, bread and snack, Stouffer, frozen food, White Castle burgers, frozen Walmart French toast, frozen Checkers, and Arby's fries. GMO. I will just buy organic drinks, milks, that's it. This person's not well. It's all the bioengineered foods.
Of course, it's the poison.
You listen, I'm not gonna throw my hat in. I'm not going to throw my hat in, but I've never shied away from a GMO myself.
Yeah.
But if you really cared that much to write this weird review, which I don't know what frozen Checkers and Arby's fries.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But if you cared that much, A, why are you not reading the ingredients list?
That was my first thought.
And B, why are you buying so many frozen foods if you don't want GMOs? Those things, there's no way any frozen food is a creation of God. This thing is completely, it shows man's contempt for the natural order when you go into that frozen food section.
Yeah.
It's, just relax a little.
Why are you shopping at Walmart as well?
That's true. Like, if you want, there are stores, there's like Whole Foods or there's like foods, other like local places that only sell organic food.
Yeah.
You can just go there.
Yeah.
You just go to the store without the GMOs in it.
Yeah. Just seems like you're creating your own issue here.
Yeah, just read.
Just disaffiliate.
But based on, how this is written, I don't know if they can read very well.
They can't write very well.
No.
I'll tell you that much.
I'll say that. Sticking with the topic of conspiracy. Mm-hmm. Great value pepperoni pizza. I call this the Great Recipe Conspiracy. Oh,
okay.
So they apparently changed the recipe recently.
Oh, just like pizza rolls, yeah.
Yeah, they changed the recipe. But a lot of people complained about it. I have this first one actually. This is a complaint about how they're stingy with toppings. This is what the review said. Amy says, stingy with toppings. I opened the pizza, and there was only 9 pepperonis for the entire pizza. The kids still like the pizza. But come on, this is ridiculous. Just a few more slices would have been nice.
It's a fair complaint, but as...
opens the thing and goes, I don't see but 10 pepperonis on this one. I had to count these.
You know what's crazy is we get a lot of frozen pizzas because we usually make those on grocery nights. And sure, I've had some where I go like, oh, the toppings are fucked up, but I'm not over there going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 onions, 1, 2, 7 sausages,
9 pepperonis, and you just punch the pizza in half.
I frisbee that shit out the window. Bro, I just go, oh, that sucks. And then I eat it anyway.
Yeah.
Or, get this, Chris, I spread out the toppings by hand a bit.
Can't.
Not possible.
9 pepperonis.
9 doesn't divide equally into 8. It's unfortunate.
That's
8
what I'm
slices.
saying. You gotta put 1 and 1/8 slice of pepperoni on each.
She got the protractor out.
The protractor and a like an X-Acto knife and was like, okay, that one gets that. That one.
And then
That
she
one?
slipped a little sliver and goes, now I have to do 30 seconds. Fuck.
Ah, son of a bitch, dude. And she has them. She's like measuring the molecules on either side of the piece of pepperoni.
The kids are like, Mom, we're hungry. She's like, no, no, Timmy, shut the fuck up.
Mom, it's been 36 hours since we've gotten that pizza. Is it gonna be done
It's
soon?
like rotten.
So stingy with toppings, only 9 pieces
Fair
of
complaint,
pepperoni.
fair complaint. But it's also probably like $2 for that, $3 maybe.
Well, no, so the price is part of the conspiracy.
Oh, okay.
So
Maybe I'll be proven wrong.
the conspiracy, this person just going by CP, which is I think not a great nickname to give yourself.
Number one, yes. Number 2, Chris, we all know this is you. We know your last name begins with P.
Yeah, I was disappointed about this. I wrote, why did y'all change this pizza? So disappointed. This pizza's horrible. I thought only the box changed, but the pizza is different too. The crust did not rise, and the sauce had a funny taste. Price went up from $3.98 to $4.44, and not worth it.
The crust didn't rise sounds like a Viagra complaint.
But this is this says on the box, it's self-rising crust pizza. The crust didn't rise. It didn't do the thing.
Yeah, that's rather unfortunate, honestly.
And it went up 46 cents, dude.
Yeah, $3.99. So it was $3.99 initially.
It was $3.98, excuse me.
Ooh, $3.98. Okay.
And it went up to $4.44.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's a price hike.
I've bought a few frozen pizzas, and I feel like they're usually more than $4.44.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're usually like $8. Get a DiGiorno pizza, it's $8.
Like, I got a Red Baron pizza the other day, and it was like $7 or $8.
Like, I will literally fact check that.
You get on that. I'll read this next one here. This is back to the same conspiracy. Bring back old recipe. This is from Morgan, who, by the way, is
Arthur Morgan,
who is a Walmart associate.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, he definitely got fired for this one.
And Morgan says, bring back the old recipe. I believe the recipe changed when y'all switched up the packaging. The pizza is not nearly as good as the old recipe. The crust is not as thick, and the flavor not as good.
Why would you reveal that, by the way? I just want to ask, why would you reveal that you're an associate?
I think on the review, it was like automatically tagged. So maybe they had like an account where they go through and they log in whenever they leave a review.
Right. So it looks like we have a range of 482 to 788. Get the fuck out of here. I made it bigger for some reason. What is happening? 524 for DiGiorno.
Okay. So between
Red Baron,
$5 and $8.
Yeah, $5 and $8. California Pizza Kitchen is the most expensive. Cheapest seems to be like Red Baron or DiGiorno. Huh. Or actually, dude, Red Baron is cheaper than Great Value somehow. 17.4 ounces, and you get more with Red Baron. How in the fuck?
I don't know. The Red Baron piece I had was pretty good.
Yeah, that's crazy. We actually just bought this one. This fucking spinach Alfredo one.
That looks good.
It does. It sounds good. But, yeah, so, man, that associate definitely got fucking gulagged.
Probably.
No longer with us. Rip.
Next is Special Kara. She says...
Wonder why she's special.
She says, new recipe, and now it's disgusting pizza.
Disgusting.
All caps. Why would you change this pizza recipe? Most kids do not like mild spices on their pizza, such as Italian seasoning. Unbelievable. I will eat Safeways. Apparently Safeway has their own brand of pizza. We don't have Safeway around here, but...
Oh, my, mild spice like Italian. That shit's parsley, bro.
That's
parsley, pepper, and like...
Most kids don't like sauce and cheese and dough on their pizza.
Dude, those kids better stay the fuck away from a Capri Sun, my guy. That shit will lay them out. Don't even get me started about Kraft mac and cheese.
Like spices on their pizza? What?
Like Italian seasoning. Bro.
What a stupid review.
I think that person's probably so white they're luminescent, dude.
Definitely a special Kara, that one.
Man. And I say this as someone who is not that great with spice, and I've gotten into spice a bit more. If you think Italian season has spice, you need to see a doctor.
Yeah,
You probably have some sort of medical issue like IBS.
You probably have some kind of medical issue like like just tongue broke.
Tongue no worky.
Tongue no worky no more.
That's fucking wild. That line got me.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. Like, I expected... That's a fair point. They don't like mild spices. But then when you specify Italian seasoning, Chris...
Yeah, exactly.
That's like me being like, yeah, dude, I just can't handle spices, dude. Like, salt...
So if you think the Walmart pizza's too spicy, go eat the one from Safeway.
Apparently, it's safer.
So if you have a Safeway near you... Natalie, it's our last review in the pizza conspiracy here. Natalie says, new pizza formula is so gross my dog won't eat it.
That's a bold claim.
As I can clearly tell now, that the pizza box color is blue, the recipe has clearly changed.
Of course.
Old recipe was delicious, and recipe is so gross and flat, with very cheap taste, my dog and kids refuse it as it's so gross. Sadly, I bought lots of boxes of this pizza, since I didn't know they changed the recipe for the worse. I don't recommend it at all. How many pizzas do you think she bought?
Lots of them. So
Did she buy like 50 of them? She bought a pallet of these pizzas?
So as someone who does a good bit of grocery shopping, if I was to say, hey, I bought lots of pizzas, I'm thinking minimum 4. Like, realistically, minimum 4.
You have to consider, like, if I was shopping for me, like, or, like, you and Lexi were shopping for just you guys, that's, like, 4 pizzas minimum. That would be a ton of boxes for 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
But if you have, like, a family.
Yeah, she says kids, plural, right?
Yeah.
And dog.
And
so
dog.
She has kids and
dog.
No
Always
mention of
slice.
husband. No mention of husband or wife or anything. So I would say, in her situation, minimum of like 8 to 10 boxes.
10 pizzas. This is the person for math problems, bro.
Yeah.
10.
Natalie buys 10 pizzas. 8 of them suck.
I'm just picturing like the Walmart associates. They're like at the counters. Oh, fucking Natalie's here again, and then she's walking through with 2 carts full of this pizza.
Like 40 boxes easily.
She runs through the checkout and she pays. And then she grabs one of the frozen pizzas, rips the box open with her teeth, and just starts crunching on this frozen pizza.
Oh my god. Dude, it's like the Krabby Patty vault. She eats it, she goes, this is gross, and then it pans out, and it's everywhere.
There's hundreds, thousands of these pizzas in my dedicated Walmart pizza vault.
And what kind of pizza was this, by the way? I already forgot how fucking crazy these are.
This is pepperoni
So wait a
pizza.
minute. So hang on. Let's take this a step back real quick. The lady who thought it was spicy blamed Italian seasoning, not the pepperonis?
Pepperoni, which is full of Italian seasoning.
Yeah.
Oh, the cat's upset.
Yeah,
Full
cat's
of Italian
pissed.
seasoning.
And generally speaking, is known to have a little bit of a zing.
A little bit, like if you're untrained.
Yeah.
Like you would notice.
Like if you're British.
Yeah, like you would. If you were British, it'd probably put you in the hospital. Remember when they brought the spicy chicken sandwich from Popeyes to England, and people in England were dying?
Yeah.
They're like, this is way too spicy.
And it had black pepper.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I don't know. I had it. It's not that bad.
It ain't all that, Chief. Like,
Yeah, it's not all that.
Yeah.
So it's probably maybe British. They don't have Walmart in England, but someone maybe
imported
an ex-British.
She imported
person,
all the fucking boxes.
She imported an entire shipload of this pizza. She's like, son of a bitch!
Oh man,
My pizza, it's too spicy.
my mouth is on fire.
So that was the pizza conspiracy.
There's definitely a conspiracy to be had. There's something going on with that.
There's
recipe.
something going on.
I wish we had a way to try both. I wish we should drive cross country and try to find
gotta
the
track
old.
down Natalie. She might have one in the vault.
Dude, she's gonna charge a heavy premium for that.
It's gonna be like the scene in Breaking Bad where Walt first sells like the 38 pounds of meth to Gus Fring. And he like drives to a hotel. A guy with a duffel bag of cash shows up and throws it in his car and takes his bag of meth and drives away.
Yeah,
It's gonna be like that.
us.
It's gonna be. We show up and we drop a giant bag of cash in the trunk of her car and grab the pizza and go.
Just us walking away from the scene, like all looking around with a fucking pizza under our arm.
Pizza.
It's a briefcase.
a perfectly pizza box shaped briefcase.
Fucking fingerprint, you touch it, just
It's
pops open.
like the briefcase from fucking Pulp Fiction. You put like 666 and you open the box and there's just a yellow glow. The pizza.
And then it hard cuts to us eating it. We're like, yeah, it's all right.
Man, if we had a budget, I would completely reenact the scene from Pulp Fiction where they grab the case for the first time, but with that pizza.
Oh, yeah.
With that pizza, we get this pizza case and we open it up, and I open it up and Jordan goes, "Chris, we happy?" I said, "Are we happy?" "Yeah, we're happy. Real happy." And I close the thing. We run away with
Fucking credits roll. We're just eating pizza in the background. Yeah.
I think we could recreate that pretty easily.
Yeah, we have the lights that can literally go
Pretty
yellow.
easily. We literally have 2 lights here.
That can go yellow.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Finally, one last product. Because I was thinking, what did I eat a lot when I was a kid? Because there's only one review for this one. But I was like, kid cuisine.
Oh, boy. Fucking
I love kid
flashback
cuisine.
right there, dude.
So I wanted to pick one of the ones that I liked when I was a kid.
Had the brownie?
The kid cuisine popcorn chicken and corn, and it had the fries with it too.
Okay. All right. That one's acceptable.
I actually have beef with this.
Okay.
They changed the kid cuisine mascot.
It's not the penguin guy
Yeah,
anymore?
no, well, so it is a penguin, but it's just like a penguin. It's not the kid cuisine guy. Who's that? That's not kid cuisine.
Dude. Who the fuck is that, bro?
Who's that guy?
Fucking play the Among Us. Dun, 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 dun.
Because
Sus
there
as
is an
shit.
imposter among us.
Yo, that's a fucking imposter if I've ever seen one.
That's not kid cuisine, dude. Kid
What
cuisine.
the-
Oh, here's the comparison between the old one and the new one. Look how cool that
Yo,
guy was.
We ain't even talking glow up, bro. We're talking glow down,
Look how
dude.
cool that guy was. He had shoes.
I would hang out with that guy on the
Yeah,
left.
look at this asshole though.
Dude, the guy on the left, I'd be like, yo, what up, bro? The guy on the right, we would bully the fuck out of him.
I would kill this thing with hammers.
Yeah.
I would,
Small ball peen hammers, too.
I would shoot him with a hunting rifle.
That guy's, what a bitch. He looks like a bitch.
I would stomp him to death in my
like,
Timberlands.
tell me not, Kid Cuisine, the original guy, he kind of looks like, you're like, oh, he looks friendly, but like, he would fuck someone up if they mouthed off. The guy on the right is definitely a cuck.
No, the guy on the OG Kid Cuisine, he's got your back, dude.
Yeah.
He's got your back. Like when it
Silent
comes
but
down to it, someone, you're getting mugged or something. He shows up and he just puts like his little penguin fin directly through the guy's chest, killing him instantly.
Yeah, the guy on the right, he just jerks off all day. That's all
He's a
does.
gooner. The new penguin looks like a gooner, dude.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not happy about that. But whatever.
But so that's if I had to write a review, that's what I would complain about, frankly.
Yeah, all good things must end, I guess.
A little context. This meal comes with popcorn chicken, a couple of French fries, corn, and a brownie.
It is the brownie one. Okay, I
And a brownie.
Fuck yeah.
And this person, Amy, says, no strawberry cake. Did not come with strawberry cake. And I wrote here, strawberry cake is not even in the meal. I don't know why they expected it. I think this is the perfect one, because there was a couple other ones I wanted to do, but I was telling Jordan, I got lost in the sauce with the pizza thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh Jesus, I gotta get going. But like, this is a good one to end it off with because it's not even a part of the meal. Why are you gonna complain that it's not there? We didn't get this thing that's not in the meal.
I don't understand, Chris. I bought a PlayStation 5. I didn't get every game that ever came with it.
Jordan,
Ripped off.
Jordan, I'm furious right now.
Wow, what happened, man?
I'm furious, dude. I ordered a brand new television, okay?
Uh-huh.
I opened the box, and I didn't even have a full 50-piece socket set from Snap-on in there. They didn't
Are you
even
serious?
include it, dude. They didn't even include
You should
my
definitely write a
socket set.
1-star review.
Definitely, sure.
Yeah.
Because that was supposed to be included. It said, it says it on the box.
Yeah. So can you show me where it says it, Chris? Just so we can like take photos for proof and like.
I threw the box away already.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Maybe go to the website. Let's look it up on the website.
The website got shut down. They're getting DDoSed right now.
By me.
They're getting DDoSed right now as I have an entire server rack behind me.
That literally has a screen on it that says DDoSing Walmart in progress.
I run DDoS.sh, and it just pulls up dedoxeding Walmart. It starts sending like ping commands.
You're like, yeah, that's fake. And AI voice comes on and goes, Master Chris, would you like to continue the dedoxing of Walmart.com? You're like, shut off. It's like, okay, dedoxing Walmart.com. Like,
Sir, it appears that they've blocked ICMP traffic. Son of a bitch! Foiled again! Foiled again! I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling network engineers.
It wasn't for you meddling socket set fuck. Oh man, this is a banger segment. I don't know how the audience feels. But I loved it.
I was a little unsure of this one.
I might cut out some of the shit in the beginning just to get to this.
I was a little unsure of this one. I was like, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but this is like, especially when there are people complaining about shit that's not even supposed to be there.
Oh my god. It's like buying the Kraft mac and cheese and flipping it and be like, there's no bugs in the box, what the fuck?
There's no bugs in here. Some cave dweller ordered the bug edition, and they accidentally sent it to the first person.
Yeah.
It's just like...
Someone in the Amazon ordered it.
Oh man, I wish I was competent at photoshopping. I would Photoshop like a Kraft mac and cheese now with bugs and like a bunch of roaches at the bottom.
I might be able to do that.
Yeah, I wish I was good at stuff.
Yeah, I wish I had any talent or aspirations for my life.
Dude, honestly, like I wish I wasn't. I wish I wasn't such like a fat idiot, you know.
I wish you would just stop being a gooner, honestly.
Dude, listen. ABG, always be gooning.
Oh man, well that was a good one. I think we're done here.
Yeah, I think we're done. So, that was our segment. We finally have a segment.
Yeah, a good one that we can kind of elaborate on. I had a game one in there. Maybe we'll do a specific like media one, like we talked about movies and new games and stuff. But that was fun. If you enjoyed it, let us know. If you hated it, let us know, and we'll just never do it. But I think it was good. I think it was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, and it's something we can actually do that likely we won't get fucked over with. You know, like every other thing we try to plan. So
yeah, it's just been it's been rough around here.
We needed a W, and this was kind of close to one.
This was close. It was close. I was telling Jordan, I said, I need one win in my life right now.
Yeah.
Too many L's in a row.
Yep.
Not good for you.
Not good. But anyway, that's all you got, Chris?
That's all you're going to get out of me, I think.
Yeah. So as always, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and the RSS feed. There's also YouTube with a video platform, which also is on Spotify. You can reach out to us via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send us your comments, questions, concerns, death threats, most importantly, Little Kitty Bid City stuff, and we will ask that you reach out to Kid Cuisine and tell them to bring back the other mascot.
Tell them to bring back, yeah. And furthermore, while we're on mascots, real quick, email the people who make Mucinex and tell them to bring back the old scumbag Mucinex.
The booger guy is gone?
Yeah, no, he's a new like round little.
It's like a nodule.
He's a fun-loving, jolly little fellow.
No, he's supposed to be angry.
He's supposed to be a scumbag.
Yeah, because he's fucking your day up.
Yeah.
That's
the old guy looks like the word mucus. The new guy looks like a pebble.
The new guy looks like you're happy to be sick.
Yeah, exactly. The old guy looks like the word mucus.
Yeah. Like, I think there was straight up commercials where he was, like, punching people in the face. Like,
yeah,
sinus relief, and he's, like, fucking lays them out.
Yeah, he's a little scumbag. Like, he definitely drinks 25 beers a day.
Beats his kids.
He beats everything. Everything. Like, he just, if there's no one there to punch, he's punching the wall. Yeah. He's punching the floor.
He looks like a total Derek.
He
got holes in the wall.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But yeah, and then Instagram, TikTok, reach out to us there. So
yeah.
So that's about it. That's all she wrote.
Who's she? What's she writing?